When she said I don't dance now, I make money moves, that was a mission statement for a whole new generation.
Respect, but that's not the Mount Rushmore. Listen, cash rules everything around me. When that line dropped, it changed the whole hustle. The greatest tracks are never finished. They're just debated forever. Introducing the Sprite Living Tracklist. 50 tracks that shape the culture from 6 decades of hip-hop. Scan the QR code on a Sprite or Sprite Zero Sugar to see the full breakdown. Obey your thirst. Sprite.
Shout out to Astropro for sponsoring this episode and providing us with free samples. Speaking of free samples, I am honestly so grateful because, as you know, this is allergy season in Texas. I think Texas is one of the worst places to live if you have allergies. I have this tree in my backyard. It is the cottonwood tree. I'm highly allergic to cottonwood, not only myself, but also Travis's, and I believe our children are. And Astropro has come in handy. It's a nasal spray, and it has made such a difference in my seasonal allergies. I feel like I can breathe, and it really helped relieve my symptoms quickly. Astropro is the first of its kind nasal allergy spray. It is the fastest 24-hour over-the-counter allergy spray. It starts working within 30 minutes, while other allergy sprays take an hour. And if you've had allergies, you know that every minute counts. Astropro delivers full prescription strength indoor and outdoor allergy relief from nasal congestion, runny and itchy nose, and sneezing. Get fast-acting nasal allergy symptom relief with Astropro. Go to astroproallergy.com for a discount so you can Astropro and go today. ASTEPRO allergy.com. Astropro and go. Use as directed for relief of nasal congestion, runny nose, sneezing, and itchy nose due to allergies.
Yay Networks.
Last week we talked with one of, I'm going to still consider her an OG of the OC, but she is definitely an OG when it comes to housewives, Gretchen Rossi. This is part 2 of our interview with Gretchen Rossi.
I love following Gretchen because the parties are amazing. Also, you have the best fashion. You have the most beautiful outfits always.
Yes.
Like your hair. I don't know who does your hair, but I mean, I love who does your hair because you have these the most incredible braids and updos and just really amazing.
It's a mix because sometimes I have this great gal. I have a couple people. Victor Paul does my color and my cut. And then I have this gal, Arshin, that does my style every now and again. But there's a lot of times that I end up doing my own hair and makeup. I have a great makeup girl, Sonia. But most of the time for these events, especially because, as you guys see, there's so many of them. And,
yes.
and as you guys know, glam can get very expensive very quickly. So, so a lot of the times I have just done it myself, and it's years of practice and constantly doing it that you start to get better at it. But I mean, I always look 100 times better when the hair and makeup people do it. But overall, for a lot of these events, I end up doing it myself. But you guys are so sweet. I need to hang out with you more.
Super talented. You're super. Yeah, I want to hang out with you so you can do my hair and makeup.
I'm going to be in town next week.
Yes, Brandy. There you go.
I love it. It's funny. That's one of my number one requested things. Can you teach me how to do your makeup? Or if I hire somebody to, do something for me, whether it be a nanny or an assistant or, something, they're like, can we take one day where you just teach me how to do my makeup for an hour?
Yes. So I would you should do a whole tutorial. I will watch it. Do an Instagram live, message me. I will watch it because I would love to learn how you do your makeup because it's flawless. Can I ask you? I remember on the show you had a handbag line, right? Gretchen Christine, if I'm not mistaken. Didn't you also have a makeup line at one point too, or am I?
Yeah.
Okay.
I had all of. Yeah, we did all of it, and it was. It was so awesome. It was knock on wood, very successful when I was doing that. We ended up selling the license a couple of years back because I was trying to get pregnant and there was just so much going on. And a lot of people don't realize, I was involved in everything. This was not one of those, typical licensing deals where you just sign your name to something and somebody else makes it. I was designing, creating, manufacturing, doing all the sampling, doing all the fulfillment, hiring all the employees to run the fulfillment, to do, it was a full-time gig. And, you had to come out with, however many collections you were doing every year, and you had to be on the trends, and you had to be, it was a lot. And so when I was trying to get pregnant, because Slade and I went through, the long 4.5 years of IVF and trying to do everything, I just realized it was becoming too draining to try and manage it all. And my stress levels were a really important factor in being able to get pregnant. And so my doctor was just like, I need you to take all stress and remove it out of your life. And so we were fortunate enough to be able to license out my name, and it's a really nice deal for me now because I'm just receiving residual checks. But I'm not as involved in the day-to-day, design and creativity and doing all of the stuff with the Gretchen Christine brand at this moment. Now, once that license is up, I might decide to take it back on again and go full-fledged and redo it all. But when I was in my 30s and didn't have anything else but, my business going on, meaning I didn't have a child to take care of and, all the other stuff that goes along with life, it was easy and fun for me, but then it just got a little too much. So that's where we're at with that company. But I loved it. It was my favorite thing to do. I love fashion. I love design. And originally why I even launched any of that was because when I was on the show, I just had so many people reaching out and being like, oh my gosh, I love how you do your makeup, or I love how you do your hair, or I love this outfit, or I love that purse. And two things that happened was, back then they didn't have any of the like it to know it or any of the things where you could affiliate marketing or anything like that. And being a businesswoman, entrepreneur my whole life, I was like, well, this is stupid. I keep making, Mac tons of money because I just tell them what, lipstick I'm wearing, and then everybody goes and buys it, and I'm frustrated.
And you make nothing. Yes.
It's like, I've got to use this platform to my benefit. And so that's why originally I launched the makeup company. And what's interesting is I launched makeup before makeup was like the thing to launch, I did it back in 2009, I think it was.
Well, that's what I was thinking. I think you were like one of the first housewives to start your own companies and go out of the box. And so you're kind of a trailblazer. In
You
that
walked
sense.
so Kylie Jenner could run.
Exactly. Exactly.
No, it is so true. I do feel like we were just very much ahead of our time. I remember when, even the girls on the show were kind of making fun of me. They're like, well, where are you going to sell it? Because it was like you had to be cool, you had to be in like a retail store. Mm-hmm. And I was like, online. And this is literally when, it's hard to understand this or comprehend this, but this was literally when like selling something online was like, what the hell are you talking about? What is that even? And so, and they were just like, okay. And it was unreal. Like I remember when we first launched the makeup. I had to have family members come over to the house. We were up till like 4 a.m. just packing and shipping. We were doing all out of my garage at the beginning. The orders were just insane. And what was even crazier was you could tell where things were selling based off of, where the show was airing based off of like the city that all the orders were coming in.
Oh, that's so
it was
interesting.
Always fascinating. Like, oh, it's airing in France. Oh, it's airing in Sweden. Oh, it's whatever, And so we had orders from all over the world, and we had, just an incredible customer base. And I just remember I was so flattered that people, wanted to emulate whatever look or, thing that I was doing, that they wanted to purchase, my products, and the products that I put so many, so much work and hard sweat and tears into. And so it was, I just loved it. I really loved it. And I love designing. I love, decor, design. I love, decorating homes, any of it that has to do with just creativity and design and, fashion or any of that stuff. I just love it. So hopefully one day I'll be, doing that again. But I needed to take a break to be mommy for a couple of years.
Yes.
Which is the best job ever.
Oh.
Okay, you guys, I have to tell you all about our sponsor this week. It is Upside. This is an app that I downloaded. You have to use the code Weekly Dose when you get started, and it's going to instantly give you $5 back on your first purchase of $10 or more. It's amazing. I know that every time I go to the gas pump and I'm pumping gas, I can't believe how outrageous it is. However, this app is going to show you share your location. It's going to show you gas stations near you where you're going to save money, make money, and also on your favorite restaurants where you're going to get money back and save. And who wants money in their account? I do. It is so simple, so easy. All you have to do, once again, is download the app and use the code Weekly Dose. That's a capital W, capital D, and it'll get you started. Next, claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside. Check in at your business, pay as usual with a credit or debit card, and get paid. In comparison to credit card rewards or loyalty programs, you can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside. Upside users are earning more than $1 million every week. That's probably why they have a 4.8 star rating on the App Store. So again, download the free Upside app and use promo code WeeklyDose to get $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more. That's $5 or more cash back on your first purchase of $10 or more using promo code WeeklyDose. I'm telling you, some of my favorite restaurants are on here. I'm saving, I'm earning money, and I'm able to apply it to some of my favorite places. So you too, try Upside. You're going to love it. It is absolutely a game changer. It's actually so fun. And I literally hand my phone over to my kids when I need gas. And they're like, oh, here, and here. You can save money, Mom, make money. And where am I using that money? Probably making a little bit too many trips to all the fun things with my kids. But hey, use Upside. Again, use the promo code WeeklyDose and you'll get an instant $5 on your first purchase of $10 or more.
So I recently bought a home, and now that I own a home, I feel like I want to start eating at home, which is why I just started Gobble, which is a delivery, gourmet, freshly prepared 15-minute meal kit that shows up right at my doorstep. Their chefs prepare meals that are easy to prepare, simple recipes. They have fresh ingredients that have already been chopped, portioned, and simmered so that dinner is both fast and flavorful. Gobble combines the convenience of takeout with health, satisfaction, and freshness for a home-cooked meal. They have new seasonal menus that are released weekly that includes dishes from every plate. Whether you're looking for global cuisine, protein personalization, low-calorie options, comfort classics, vegetarian recipes, or kid-friendly meals, they have you covered. They also have a personalize it feature, which allows you to customize select dishes with your preference of protein so that you can enjoy your favorite meals just how you like it. They have meals starting at $11.99 per serving. Members can choose between 2-person or 4-person plans, as well as select between classic or lean and clean plans, depending on your meal preference. Gobble delivers nationwide with the exception of Montana, Alaska, Hawaii, and with limited service to Nebraska, New Mexico, and Kansas. But in Texas, I'm all good to go. What I especially love about Gobble is that they offer white glove text concierge customer service so that your dinner menu questions are answered in real time, which, trust me, I always have a question. Visit gobble.com/weeklydose to get your first 6 Gobble meals for just $36. Again, that's gobble.com/weeklydose to get your first 6 meals for only $36. So do you have any new business ventures that you're excited about right now?
You know what? We kind of do. I mean, I always hate talking about things before, they're happening. So I don't always like to put stuff out there because I swear it's like, it
It'll
gets
jinx it.
manipulated. Yeah, or whatever. And so Slade and I have invested in a couple of things right now that are doing really well, and we're very excited about it. And as far as me personally, no, like I said, I needed to take a little bit of a step back and be mommy because I just, that's my most important job and it's my priority in life. But we have invested in a couple really awesome companies that are doing great, and it's just, life is good right now. Life is really good. It's actually nice to be able to, I mean, you guys know this. I mean, being on a TV show for as many years as I was on, every single weekend, literally every single weekend, I was on a plane, booked for an appearance, doing something. I had my businesses that I was, running during that time, and I was tired by the time everything was done. I was just like, and not to mention, just everything that goes on along with it in Hollywood and the press and media and the events and all the stuff that goes along with it. I was exhausted from just years and years of doing it. And so the last 2 years have been so nice for me. And I mean, granted, we kind of all were forced into it, in 2020, but in 2021, basically. But I really enjoyed just getting to be a mom and a wife and, being home and just getting to take a step back from all of the limelight and all of the busyness of what that world is. So if the right opportunity comes along again to do something on TV or to do a show or whatnot, I definitely am open to all of those things, but it's just not my priority anymore. People ask me all the time, like, would I go back to Housewives? And I'm like, I really don't think I would unless they just paid me stupid money, like something
I think
that
you definitely should. I think OC could use you. I'm going to be honest.
Would you do Ultimate Girls Trip?
You know what? That's something I would do and let me tell you what, because you don't have the crazy bitches from your own.
Yeah, you know what? I think it would be easier because you don't have all the bad blood that comes with being within that franchise, right? Because you're all from different
It's 2 weeks. Yeah.
It's quick. It's quick and painful. If it is painful, it's at least 2 weeks quick, not like 3 months.
All right, so let me ask you, from each city, who would be your dream castmates on Girls Trip?
Girl, yes.
Oh, dang it. I don't know because, see, this is the problem. This is what I was just going to tell you is that I think part of the reason that would be fun or I would be like, oh, I would definitely consider that is because I'm friends with a lot of people in the different franchises. Like my franchise, for some reason, not so much, but I have great friendships. So, gosh, I don't even know. I would really have to. And the thing is I would feel so bad being like picking, one from the different cities because I have multiple friends.
You don't want to piss anybody off or hurt someone's feelings.
Yeah. So but I really, that's why I think it would be fun for me because I feel like I would actually get to film with like friends and people I know. And like you said, I just don't think it would be so drama filled in the sense that, it's like it's not all that bad blood or history or, trying to bring something up or, it's like it would just be so fresh and something different and new. And you might still get into a fight with somebody, that from a different city or whatnot, but it's a new fight. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
It has nothing to do with something you guys
that
had
you
to deal
did
with.
like 8 years ago or whatever. Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay, now a word from our sponsor, BetterHelp. As you guys know, I love therapy. I think everybody who's on the Housewives franchise should get therapy because you're going to need it at some point. So just have somebody ready to talk to you. That way you're not like doing this by yourself. I have used BetterHelp for a while now, since COVID. And what I love about BetterHelp is I can do therapy in the comfort of my own home. I can do video chat or phone call, and I can connect with my therapist during the week, just messaging them, which is really, really nice. BetterHelp is just a fraction of traditional therapy. I know I have done both. And again, you're matched by your perfect therapist by going online, taking a quiz, and then based on the answers to your quiz, you're matched to the perfect person to fit your needs. And if for some reason that's not the perfect fit, you can continue trying out a new therapist until you find the right one for you. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist. So you don't have to see anyone on camera if you don't want to. It's much more affordable than in-person therapy, and you can be matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Our listeners get 10% off of their first month at betterhelp.com/weeklydose. Again, that's BetterHelp, HELP.com/weeklydose.
Stephanie and I were talking this morning about, just for her personally, a lot of new business opportunities have opened up since being off air. Do you feel like people take you more seriously in business now that you're not on the show? Or was your time kind of when it was, that was like a hot...
Yeah. I was telling Trey, I feel like when I was on the show, at least like with my manager, I had deals. But it's weird. I always felt like I would be more marketable as a housewife, right? And whenever the show was over, my biggest fear was, oh my gosh, no, I'm not going to have any money. I'm going to be, asking my husband for, I just, you get that independence, and I didn't really want to be dependent again on my husband. And it's interesting because now I feel like I am making at least more with my manager and with different things coming to me than I did when I was on the show. Now, I'm not getting the Bravo paycheck, but my other paychecks, I feel like even this podcast, I will say, and Trey and Brandy can attest, we are more popular now, and it's doing better than it did whenever we were on a franchise, which is crazy.
No. It's really interesting you say that because I would have to agree with you. I felt like so many more lucrative opportunities came once I left the show, and still to this day because of my social media and, I have there and the engagement I have there. I've had so many, great contacts that have come my way because of that. And This is my thought process behind it. I think that when you're on the show, I think that there's so much chatter and so much conversation, and you're only as good as you are that week's episode.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I think that once you step away from it and there's not this, salacious conversation happening around, oh, she's a liar, or she's, lately in the last couple of years, it's been, she's a racist, she's a this, she's a that, and it's like all these different things. It's like, I think people get to see you for who you are, because now they're seeing you through the lens and through the eyes of your social media, rather than through the eyes and the lens of a, very edited, very, specific storyline,
Yes.
created moment on TV. And again, what a lot of people forget is that for every 75 hours, there's 1 hour of content. So
Yeah. Oh, yes, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah.
yeah, and then that cuts up even more, because each week every girl, at least on our franchise, got about 8 minutes to tell, her life story. And it's like, of course, they're going to take the most salacious 8 minutes of your life in that week's episode and create, the stories that they want. So they really, truly are getting such a small glimpse of who you are. So once you step away from that and you're, getting to be who you truly are and showcase, every aspect of your life. Like, I've been a Christian since I was 5 years of age, but they never, ever, ever showed that. They never showed me talking about God or Jesus or going to church or, that I pray or whatever. But that's because that didn't fit into the narrative of who they wanted me to be. They had already dictated or put in that category that Alexis was going to be the Christian on the show, or
Yes.
whatever. So
And even with her, I don't feel like they made it look good, right? Like I remember her sitting down with her preacher and they were talking about her boobs or something. And I'm like, this is so, and I'm a Christian. I'm like, this is the weirdest conversation. So they didn't really show it in the best light because they had to make it at least entertaining for people.
Yep. And that's the thing. It's like, that's what was hard is no matter what, it's like, it's such a small little glimpse of what your life is. And they, would take things that Alexis would say and completely just like make it look so bad. And bless her heart, it was very, innocent in what she was doing, and they found a way to make it
to where it's entertaining
horrible
for everybody, where they're like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Yeah. Well, let me ask you, who do you still talk to from Orange County? New, old housewives?
So let's see. So I'm still good friends with Lizzie, which we didn't film together when we were on the show. She came on the season after I left, but I'm good friends with Lizzie, Peggy Tanos, Lydia. I'm not like good friends with Kelly, but I definitely have, we're cool with each other. We have, we see each other every now and again or talk on social and whatnot. Let's see. I know I'm going to be missing people, but like Lori Peterson and Gina Keogh and even Vicky. Vicky and I are cool and good, and we don't like hang out, but, we're always, kind to each other on DMs and talking. Let's see. I know there's like so many that I'm totally missing.
Didn't you and Lynn start the same year?
Yeah. Well, was it the same year? I forget. I think maybe it was the same year. I think, but I can't remember. But Lynn and I are cool too. I mean, we don't see each other. Like, we really only see each other out at events and whatnot. But we actually had a conversation a few years back, and we kind of had our like, I'm sorry, moment of like, that was drama and stuff. So most of the women on the show that I ever had any sort of a beef with, I'm like, we've kind of like let it go. Like Heather Dubrow and I, are fine. Like a lot of the Gina and Emily are friends of mine. So the ones that are on currently, Jen Armstrong, who's on, she's a friend of mine, and so I'm actually friends with a lot of the girls, but it's not like friends of like, oh, let's go have coffee and we talk every day on the phone. You know what I mean? It's more of like acquaintance, like Lizzie and I would say, and Peggy Tanos and Lydia are the ones that are like the closest still. But I don't talk to Alexis, and obviously I don't talk to Tamra. She's not on my list of favorite people to hang out with. And but that's really it. I mean, that's really the only people that I, Tamra's really the only person that I would say that I have like an issue with. But we don't even have an issue anymore because like she's so a non-issue in my life. You know what I mean? Like I don't see her. I don't even care to even really talk about her or anything unless I'm like doing a podcast and they're asking me directly something about her. But yeah, so
But everyone else you're pretty cool with.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Is there like who else? Who else is like somebody else on the show that would be like that I forget?
Let's see, like Lydia, Shannon, Megan.
So Megan and I, we've talked a couple times. Like I've reached out to her just to say, I'm sorry for the stuff that she's dealing with, but we're not like close by any means. Shannon and I, we never really knew each other. Like I met her again at a couple of events, but we never really were like friends, and we weren't, not in a bad way. I'm just saying we never knew each other. And she came after I was on the show, so I've never really spent much time with her.
Well, I do feel like you have the most amazing life. I'm really, really happy for you. Your daughter's beautiful. You have a beautiful family. I remember when you and Slade got together during the season of OC, people weren't, the most accepting. And that's what really sucks is I feel like the relationships that you've had, it wasn't like you had a big celebration with everyone so happy for you. It was always like, it came with, not with people kind of questioning everything, right? So I'm really, really happy for you. And again, you guys have the most beautiful family, and you seem so like happy. And again, I'm with Trey. I love following you because you have a
fabulous life.
Fabulous life. I want to go to one of these parties.
It's funny. The thing that makes me giggle about just the sentiment that you said is, Slade and I did get so much just backlash and pushback and, accusations and, this is just a made for TV, relationship and all that stuff. And I giggle because almost every single one of those girls on the show that had something to say about us are now divorced and not in a relationship. And Slade and I have been together now 13 years, and we have a baby.
That's awesome.
So I just like the irony of it sometimes makes me giggle because I'm just like, the ones that it's normally the people that are pointing the fingers, and having stuff to say that they take a look at their own backyard,
Karma's a bitch.
Yep.
But we're so blessed, and we are just happy, and I feel so lucky that I have such a great partner, and that the Lord blessed us with this beautiful baby girl that took us a long time to have, but she really is just our pride and joy, and she's a lot. I mean, she's like having 3 kids in one. But she's so much fun, and it's just we really do. We just enjoy life, and life's about having fun and just and celebrating life, and that's what we try to do. So.
Oh, I love that. Oh, my gosh. Well, Gretchen, we cannot thank you enough for being our guest today. We love you. And I'm going to be in town next week, so I am going to hit you up.
My girlfriend from Texas is going to be in town next week, too. You probably met her at the wedding. You probably don't remember, but her name's Susan, and she's going to be, it was one of my college roommates as well, so she's going to be in town visiting. So that's fun. What are you doing in town next week?
It's business. My husband's business. One of those things. I'll tell you about it next week. But yes, so one of those things that you don't want to say until it happens.
Yes. See, I told you. It's like everything on the down low.
Yes.
Gretchen, how can we follow you and keep up with you?
You can just follow me on all my social media at Gretchen Rossi.
Fantastic. Well, thank you again for joining us. You were so much fun. And thank you again. Have the best day. Give that baby a hug from us.
Thanks, guys. Talk
Thank
soon.
you.
Bye.
Okay, bye. Okay, so first of all, I love her. I've never met her in person. I've just, we follow each other on social media. She's always been so kind. I'm so jealous, Brandy, because you've actually met her, but I'm even more of a fan now than I was before.
She is very sweet.
Because she was really sweet and very honest, and I love people that just are open with their life.
I was afraid to ask this question, but something that I think honestly just traumatized me, and it was while she was on Orange County, there was this scene. It didn't involve her, but it was when Lynn's daughter opened the door
and they got
and was
evicted.
served with
Wait,
papers.
I almost brought it up.
I did too. I thought about it.
I
I
almost brought it up because I wanted to be like, oh, Lynn, the one that got evicted. But
Yes.
That
who
was-
wants to be remembered for that?
It's so, I will never forget that part either. We have to get Lynn on sometime and ask her.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
how do you
like
ask
that-
her about Trey? You're going to have to ask
Hey,
her.
how was your eviction? I'll ask her.
Yeah,
Oh
I
my
know Trey will.
gosh.
He has no shame. He has no
Poor
shame.
Lynn, poor Lynn.
Oh my gosh, we should have her on. Okay, that's going to be a goal of mine, just so Trey can ask her that really uncomfortable question.
She'll hang up.
I'm going to miss that day.
Be like, I am out.
Oh my goodness.
But no, it's so good. Well, thank you guys again for listening and supporting. You can follow me at Steph Holman on Instagram and Facebook.
And me at Brandy Redmond.
And our podcast at BS the Podcast.
Bye.
With the new My Lowe's Pro Rewards American Express card, earn 3 points per dollar spent on Lowe's qualifying purchases for the first 6 months after card account opening. Plus, save 5% every day on eligible purchases at Lowe's and earn points on eligible purchases everywhere else Amex is accepted. Card members get more at Lowe's. Subject to credit approval. 5% can't be combined with any other offer. Exclusions and restrictions apply. Points subject to loyalty terms at Lowe's.com/terms and credit reward terms at Synchrony.com/MLPRA-terms. Visit Lowe's.com/business credit.